Hey guys, KallTorak here. Today, I am bringing you episode 4 of Off the Meta. I want to talk about the importance of community when it comes to build discovery in a meta-driven game like Path of Exile. I'm sorry if I upset some people with this, but I refuse to play Last Epoch, and it's for one reason. Diablo 4 does this too, which is they like to give creators and players early access to their major patches. The reasoning they give is because they believe it helps them fix bugs and address balance problems before the patch goes live. I'm sure it helps some, but in principle, I disagree with this approach. At least with my experience with Diablo 4, the patches always launch with plenty of bugs and plenty of builds that were unplayable. I haven't played Last Epoch, but even if, let's say, 0 bugs and all builds are A tier plus, that isn't my biggest concern. To me, one of the most beautiful things about Path of Exile seasons is everyone is getting to experience it raw. No one has early access or a sneak peek. No one has a head start on the new information that needs to be learned. Then, over the course of several weeks, you get to see the meta evolve and shift dramatically from day to day. I know a lot of people are going to say it's because I'm a content creator and I don't like that I have to play these patches in their beta to get a head start on videos. It's not just me that doesn't like playing betas though. I know a lot of you don't really enjoy testing out the new patch in a short-term environment. Others will say it's because I play the game competitively, whatever that means. That I should just put on blinders and not watch anyone's stuff. Then I could get the same experience. I really don't care about that though. What I enjoy is the discovery aspect of the game and the community's involvement in it. How often are you scrolling on Reddit or YouTube and a new build or technique shows up that blows your mind? For me, it happens every single day. At this point, I'm subscribed to over 100 small PoE creators that are just churning out random techniques or build videos. Oftentimes, these builds have things I've seen, but there is usually one little thing from these videos you can steal and apply to your own builds. To me, it's mainly that discovery that's exciting. Waking up, seeing a new video, and suddenly there's a new build or concept to mess around with. You get to see multiple members of the community leaving messages in smaller creators' comments. Suddenly, a build that you struggled with before has new tools at its disposal. My Thorns Bira build, which was one of my most successful builds of this patch, was birthed because I watched a video from KallTorak. Going into Dawn of the Hunt, I had no idea Biras was even a thing. This build style wasn't even on our radar. It ended up being insanely fun, and that build came out of nowhere because of the efforts of a small creator. That moment of discovery is what a lot of us play Path of Exile for. We have entire creators who are known for these off-meta playstyles and showcasing these cool, game-breaking techniques. We have players who study PoE Ninja like a hawk, waiting for one of the Korean gods to break the game with the next new multi-screen clearing setup. Sometimes inspiration can just come from watching someone do something, but you wanting to add your own little spin on it. Exactly what happened with me and Cooler Peon's build. All of this stuff gets to happen in real time with Path of Exile. And while I'm sure the meta does shift sometime deep into the season for D4 and Last Epoch, it's not like this, and it's not as involved with the community. If you aren't actively watching the community in Path of Exile, you will fall behind. When I watch Last Epoch creators, it almost feels like a race to get the information out there and then move on. Everyone is just sprinting to be first. However, in Path of Exile, you are able to very easily carve your own path and oftentimes end up finding something amazing that the entire community will want to see. I mean, we are almost 2 months into Dawn of the Hunt and we are still finding awesome game-breaking mechanics every day. The game is far from solved and the community is what's making it so fun right now. I had played a Wind Dancer build in 0.1 on a Blood Mage using a Herald Cheese. I wasn't too excited to revisit it until another creator, Morganaruru, showed off his Wind Dancer Gemling. After he shared his PoE Ninja with me, that got the gears turning. I wanted to do it on Titan though, not Gemling. Stat stacking was a real problem, but then I saw a video from Irigan using the Vortex Helm. That saved this build on Titan, making it honestly my favorite build of the patch. Then, after posting that video, another member of the community, Pi4OK, told me about the armor explosion corrosion tech you've been seeing on screen. Which is insanely broken, probably getting nerfed, have fun with it ASAP. Build link below. Even before these creators, I had many people constantly pushing me to check out Wind Dancer again. Everything you are seeing on screen in this video, it was built off the joy and enthusiasm of the PoE community. That's what's so cool, is how passionate the PoE community is about sharing this information. People who don't even want to be a build creator are excited to show new techniques they stumble on. People aren't greedy to hoard this information or to rush to make the next top video. They are just excited to constantly watch the build crafting community grow. So many cool techniques are discovered by people who don't even have YouTube channels. Everyone is just excited to be a part of this community and share in this process. My comments are constantly filled with people excited to share their build ideas, or give their thoughts on how to improve the build. Everyone, as a collective, is trying to make cooler builds, and that only happens because we are all getting to experience it at once. Sure, it happens to an extent in other games, but I don't know, man. After experiencing this active growing meta so raw with the PoE community, I don't think I can enjoy another ARPG. Not as much as I enjoy Path of Exile 1 and 2. I understand this might not be the perspective of everyone. If you prefer Last Epoch's approach, please explain why down below. I would love to hear it. This wasn't meant as a rant towards Last Epoch, though I do hope they try releasing their next major patch blind to the community. This was more a video praising GGG for setting up this environment that so many of us have grown to love. Since this video is talking about community, here are some of my favorite community members to close this video out. First, I want to talk about Blazeworks TV. He is a new creator who focuses on hardcore solo self-found content, but also is a fantastic podcast host. He has several podcast episodes out already with myself and Talkative Try, as well as other members of the community. He is definitely someone you want to subscribe to long term. Next, I want to talk about Lolcohol. Being a build maker, especially for Path of Exile, is very intimidating. I'm sure all of you know who Lolcohol is, but if you are new to PoE 2, this guy is goated. Well-spoken, super analytical, but knows how to convey that to the noob audience, and incredibly kind. His builds are as polished as his personality. He has been insanely kind to me as a new PoE creator. He gave me a lot of wonderful advice when helping me set up my Thorns Ritualist leveling guide, and he didn't know me at all. This was our first interaction, and he was just super kind and thoughtful. Great creator, greater build maker, greatest person. Give him a sub. Lastly, I want to talk about Miso Shiro. This guy is an ARPG and content creation veteran who is trying to take over the Path of Exile 2 scene. This guy has every form of content you would want, and the production quality is fantastic. His YouTube shorts are some of my favorite, but what I like most about him is his variety of content. Build guides, news breakdowns, currency farm data, how to craft, and more. This legend is a jack of all trades who you are inevitably going to subscribe to. I would list way more creators, but unfortunately I gotta go play more Path of Exile 2. Way too many cool things cool creators are showing off. Listen, never be afraid to share your enthusiasm for things you love, even if it's something silly like build making in Path of Exile.